and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in this evening for our weekly intel report for the week of April 12th, 2023. We have breaking news for you guys this evening as we come on the air here. We're getting news that North Korea has fired a missile in the direction of Japan. Japan reacting by issuing a take cover warning and evacuation orders. North Korea fired a ballistic missile on Thursday. This is coming from Reuters, by the way. South Korea and Japan said, prompting an alert for residents in Japan's northern island of Hokkaido to take cover. Japanese authorities later retracted the alert, saying the emergency warning system had made an erroneous prediction the missile would fall near the island. North Korea has cut off regular communications with its southern counterpart for the fifth day in a row. South Korean government officials announced Friday that its northern neighbor had failed to respond via the two-way military liaison line normally used twice a day. Since then, the North Korean government has continued to refuse using the phone system, likely in protest of joint military drills between the U.S., South Korea, and Japan. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has ordered his military to hasten, quote, practical and offensive war capabilities due to the ever-worsening security on the Korean peninsula in the face of U.S.-South Korea military exercises. We're going to talk a little bit about these leaked Pentagon documents, which suggest the U.S. is pessimistic that Ukraine can quickly end the war against Russia. The highly classified leaked Pentagon documents posted to social media offer a, quote, pessimistic U.S. viewpoint about the state of the war in Ukraine, highlighting weaknesses in Ukraine's weaponry and air defenses and predicting a stalemate in the war for months to come. Several of the classified documents warn that Ukraine's medium-range air defenses to protect frontline troops will be, quote, completely reduced by May 23, suggesting Russia could soon have aerial superiority and Ukraine could lose the ability to amass ground forces in a counteroffensive. In an article here from The Hill, the largest U.S. military leak in a decade is a serious blow to Ukraine's war effort, creating an intelligence threat for that country's forces ahead of an expected counteroffensive this spring. Classified documents leaked on social media after extensive details about munitions, training, and air defense systems at a critical point in the fight. The Pentagon is still reviewing the validity of the documents. I know a lot of reports have been made that the documents were doctored, so to speak, that they had been changed, and that information had been changed on those documents. Again, a lot of that has not been confirmed yet. We don't know what information is true and what information is, misinformation. In an article from AP News, Ukraine's outrage grows over that video seeming to show that beheading, which I spoke about earlier today. I'll read you a little bit from this article here from AP News. Ukraine launched an investigation Wednesday into a gruesome video that purportedly showed the beheading of a Ukrainian soldier in the latest accusation of atrocities said to have been committed by Russia since it invaded in February 2022. The video spread quickly online and drew outrage from officials in Kyiv, including President Vladimir Zelensky, as well as international organizations. The Kremlin called the footage, quote, horrible, but said it needed to be verified. An article here about China says a military exercise suggests China is getting ready to launch a war against Taiwan, the island's foreign minister tells CNN. It says one day after China simulated joint precision strikes on Taiwan during military exercises around the island, Taiwan's foreign minister Joseph Wu condemned Beijing's actions in an exclusive interview with CNN and warned that, quote, they seem to be trying to get ready to launch a war against Taiwan. It says here recent Chinese air drills and sea drills simulating an encirclement of Taiwan were intended as a serious warning to pro-independence politicians on self-governing island and their foreign supporters, China said Wednesday, as signs emerged that Beijing will take further action. In some news that a lot of people wanted me to talk about this week, I got an article here from the New York Times. From the red carpet to doghouse, Macron, French president, returns from China to Allied dismay. Criticism of the French president's performance in Beijing has been scathing among some allies who saw him as cozying up to Beijing. Paris, President Emmanuel Macron landed in China to a red carpet reception and all the pomp of a state visit, a 3-day tour little short of a love fest that he clearly hoped would further his ambitions for France to sit at the table of the great powers in a world changed by Russia's invasion of Ukraine and Beijing's emergence as an arbiter of global conflict. I think that's about it. I think that about sums up everything for this evening. If I missed anything, guys, send me a message. You can always PM me on Discord. You can always send me an email. I love reading your guys' emails. I read every comment. I read every message that's sent my way. Sometimes I get bombarded with them, so it takes me a little bit of time to get back to people, so bear with me. But to everybody that tuned in this evening, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Until next time, you are watching Nemico Network.
Nemico.